Hi folks, your LDM here. Today I wanted to talk about an archetype of villain, one of my favorite archetypes of villain, which is the Nihilist. So there's a quote from The Matrix. Agent Smith is an excellent example of a nihilistic villain. And he says, "Do you believe you're fighting for something, for more than your survival? Can you tell me what it is? Do you even know? Is it freedom or truth, perhaps peace? Could it be for love? Illusions, Mr. Anderson, vagaries of perception, temporary constructs of a feeble human intellect trying desperately to justify an existence that is without meaning or purpose." This really sums up what a nihilistic villain is. They don't see the point in existing. They don't see any worth in your actions. So these villains are kind of often very intelligent, sort of philosopher types, and they believe that their actions or any actions of any person simply don't matter. Whether that's because they're fatalistic and that they believe that it's all predestined, or they just think that um, just human actions can't make a difference. It doesn't really matter. The end effect is that they believe that um, people don't matter, actions don't matter. So they often kind of suggest that life is without any meaning or purpose or value. They'll assert that morality doesn't exist, um, that established moral values like good, evil, law, chaos are abstracts just made up by people so they can fit each other into boxes. To the nihilist, he's not evil because evil doesn't exist. Neither does good, for that matter, or any other kind of morality. I think the Nihilist is a really effective villain and one of my favorites for a number of reasons. As I said, he's clearly very intelligent, which means that he's not liable to make stupid mistakes. He's not going to charge into battle like an idiot. But the main thing that I like about the Nihilistic villain is that he gives you the chance to question players, not characters, players. Now, this can be very heavy-handed if done badly, but it is possible to do this well and create a villain that not only confounds the characters but makes the players think. So, an example, let's see, Mass Effect has a good example in Sovereign. Is that his name? Yeah, the Reaper anyway, who basically tells you that humanity is insignificant and there have been thousands of civilizations before and there will be thousands after, and your actions don't make a difference. The universe is huge and uncaring. We live on this tiny, insignificant blue dot in space, and our actions cannot make any difference. So you're left as a character struggling to deal with that, and as a player thinking about that. Now, an interesting question when it comes to these kind of villains is asking yourself why they're still here. Like, if the villain cares so little about life, why have they not ended their own? If they believe that morality doesn't exist, then maybe he's a hedonist, doing whatever he feels like on a whim, some sort of socio or psychopath, hurting people just to provoke a feeling. A great example of this would be the Joker, whose main objective in life is to show Batman the fallacy of law and order, to show that all things are chaos and that all life is a joke, and the only reasonable response to that is to be insane. This villain is definitely best served in games where the characters have morality to stick to, so when they're good guys. The nihilist villain is capable of anything. He's unbound, unfettered by any sort of constraints like mercy or kindness. So he's capable of anything. Well, the good characters have to act a certain way. And the questions that he asks of these heroes can be very troubling for heroes, especially divine heroes who believe in a higher power. You can also hold up a mirror to the characters, kind of showing them that their actions are actually just like the actions of the evil side. So he can really cut to the core of a character's worldview. Now, this is not only something that villains show. Lots of literature will show heroes succumbing to nihilism, particularly Dr. Manhattan from Alan Moore's Watchmen is a great example. He has become so powerful that his worldview has totally changed. he believes that his own actions are predestined and that he's powerless to change anything. So his godlike perception of reality makes him unable to see something as trivial as human life as valuable. So despite being the most powerful being in existence, he just does what he's told because life is meaningless. He even says at one point, "The morality of my actions escapes me." So you can kind of see how a hero, the shining hero of a setting, could become its greatest villain through apathy. So yeah, this is just a little discussion on this kind of hero or villain, the Nihilist. If you like it, if you have any points you'd like to add or discuss, definitely do that. I'm very interested in hearing about it, and I'm going to be doing some more of these videos on villains and how they work and how they don't work. So thanks for listening, and if you like it, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Talk to you guys soon.